campus in Utah. Is it bad? Charlie Kirk was just shot at his campus in Utah. Why are you laughing? He is my friend. Your first reaction is to Charlie Kirk is a dick, and you're smiling, and you laughed that my friend just got shot? You had the audacity to laugh? If you think shooting Charlie Kirk is justified because you disagree with his political opinions, you need to study your heart. Because this is what abortion culture has done in our country. Our abortion culture has told people...
Look at these people.
Do you guys think it's justified or a good thing that Trump got shot? Did you guys laugh? What you all did, you're laughing. So today when we were setting up, someone said, fuck those babies, kill them all. That's what, and you laughed again.
I think it's pretty obvious that this is what these people are. They are evil. Like, they lack empathy. They only care about themselves. And that's why these issues make them so upset. You know, the abortion thing affects them in the sense that they can't just do whatever they want. You know, trans thing, same thing. You know, it's this sort of self-worship. And when you have a mob of these people that get together, you know, and they can kind of... they can reinforce each other's horrible behaviors through through identifying with each other through the group, you know, through the mob. So what you saw there was everybody being cool with acting like that, you know, and it gets further and further reinforced the more and more everybody is cool with the behavior and the laughing and just the demoralization and the dehumanization of other human beings and of life in general. I think it's very obvious that these people don't care about life. They don't care about people. They don't care about family. They don't care about anything. You know, all they do is care about themselves. And it's very clear. And so I think the line has been drawn. And here's another video.
Charlie Kirk, the CEO of Turning Point, was murdered yesterday while speaking on a college campus. He was 31 years old and a father of 2 young children. I didn't know Charlie. He was due to appear on Trigonometry very shortly. I hope I'm wrong, but last night felt like some sort of invisible line had been crossed that we didn't even know was there. The last time I felt like this was 24 years ago today, when it was clear on 9/11, without knowing the how and the what, that the world was about to change forever. Like the rules of the game had been permanently altered and there was simply no going back to the innocent, peaceful past. I didn't feel like this when an attempt was made on President Trump's life. If I had to rationalize why I didn't feel this way, I guess it's first of all because the attempt failed, and also...
Yeah, and the attempt failed, but another man did die that day, you know? So the impact of it wasn't as severe, but it still was very impactful, you know? But this has created an entirely new phenomena where I think it has revealed to people what these people are actually like. It has actually shown the world what is actually happening, you know? It kind of pulled the mask off and showed that, oh no, these people are actually just unempathetic monsters. You know, they don't care about human people. You know, I mean, they don't care about human beings. They don't care about life. You know, these are people that genuinely just want to watch the world burn, you know? And any attempt on morality or ethics and trying to philosophically weasel their way through these arguments is completely null, because it doesn't really matter anymore. Because anybody that could laugh at something like that and downplay the significance of what happened that day truly shows that these people, there really just is no saving a majority of these people. You know, they are willing to pour the gas, light the match, light the fire, and then just continuously stoke the flames until everything is ash. That's the type of people that they are. And then when it's all ash, sit back and laugh about it. And laugh about how much fun they had destroying it. That's who they are at their core. I fundamentally believe that. You know. Yeah. I think we're cooked, man. If I mean, I don't know. I think a majority of people are gonna gonna understand this, you know. I think this will backfire in a huge way on them. In the sense that the people that are in the Democratic Party that weren't able to see it before, they'll be unable to look away and see it now, because there is at no point, all right, that anybody on the conservative side would laugh or chuckle about Gavin Newsom being hurt or killed. Like, not at all. Like, as much as people despise, like, these people, nobody would laugh about it and chuckle about it, you know? Like, whenever something like that does happen, conservatives usually are very quick to give out condolences and stuff like that. You know, it's just not the same. It's not the same. It's very obvious that one side thinks that the other side can be saved, and then one side thinks that the other side can't be saved, and it would be better off if if they just pushed us in a hole. You know, that's what it feels like. And because I feel like Charlie Kirk really embodied that. He felt like if he could just talk to people and explain the positions of a lot of these conservative viewpoints, that he could get them to understand, you know. And even if he couldn't get them to agree, they could reach an understanding based on, you know, faith and religion and the fact that, you know, he is religious, you know. And I don't know why Christians aren't allowed to have their beliefs when, you know, Islam is allowed to have their beliefs and everybody else is allowed to have their beliefs. But, you know, God forbid the Christian have a belief, you know. It's just, I don't know. I think that we're in some dark waters here, and I don't know which direction it's going to take. But I'm praying, I'm hoping, I'm praying that this does more good than harm, you know? That it invigorates other people to go out and have discussions and not fight, you know? Because I don't think we should stoop to their level. I don't. I still think that we can hold the moral high ground here. As mad as people are and as much as people want retribution and stuff like that, I think they'll get it when this kid goes to court. You know? I really do. I think they'll get it when this kid goes to court and he gets sentenced. So... everybody needs to chill. Just please. Everybody needs to chill. It's don't get me wrong, I'm mad. You know, I'm upset. That's why I'm not like videoing myself right now. You know, because I have been crying. But I don't think that we should take this direction of eye for an eye type thing. you know. You look at the Middle East, and their corruption is crazy in their governments. But they continue to elect the same people. And it's because the people are always fighting with each other. They're fighting with their neighbors, you know, and it's just constant fighting and bickering, you know. And there's just so much baggage, so much bad history, bad blood, you know, that it becomes this endless battle that just doesn't stop, you know. And that's what I don't want to see happen to us, you know, inside the borders of the United States. It would be bad. And it would make us incredibly vulnerable to everything going on outside in the world. The world is still happening, you know. We're not the only thing happening in the world. And we have to be vigilant about that, because there are people that would like to see this country fall. And if we're so busy bickering and fighting with ourselves, we're not really protecting the country as a whole. So, I don't know. I'm not very smart. I'm not Charlie Kirk. And I'm gonna miss that dude. I didn't know him personally, but I'm gonna miss him, you know. And I keep thinking about it, and it's just so sad, man. It's so sad. But that's it. That's all I'm gonna talk about for right now. I think I'm done, man. Everybody just grieve, you know. I do think there's gonna be something to be said, though, about this line in the sand that's been drawn. The people over there that don't have any empathy and that don't care about whether people live or die, yeah, something's got to be done about them. You know, whether we put them in a cage or what, you know, I don't know. But there's some definite issues going on. But, all right, I'm out. Peace.